There's no question that we're in fast changing times, and the last few years have been particularly challenging. For many people, particularly ones I've spoken to recently, just the impact of the cost of living, the cost of food going up, the cost of fuel going up, the cost of power going up, rents going through the roof is just creating immense pressure within the family unit and dynamic. But for many couples and young families, who are really the people we spend a lot of time working to and listening to, they've never seen inflation like this before and the impact it has on their cash flow. Many of them that have bought property over the last few years at 3% really did believe that interest rates weren't going to go up and didn't understand that was more of a cycle. And now that fixed interest rates are coming up, many of those people are finding their repayments are doubling and they don't know where they're going to find the money. And in some cases, they might have to sell their home. They're just really lost for solutions. More and more of them are getting really stuck deep in the debt trap. They're starting to rely on credit cards, personal loans to prop themselves up because they don't know what to do. They're already using all their time to go out there and make as much money as they can. And, by the time they get home, they're feeling so overwhelmed that they're not even really thinking clearly to be able to see what they can do differently and what solutions there might be. The good news is there is solutions and there is practical things that can be done to turn this around. Unfortunately, most of these life skills or these strategic skills are not taught at university and they're not taught at schools. And in many cases, they weren't. Our parents didn't know them either. They had that ethos of working hard, but not necessarily always knowing the smarter things to do. So one of the things the Xylem Zone is trying to do is create a more community-centric environment where people can come in, they can be heard, they can share how they're feeling, they can connect with other like-minded people, but we can then share with them skills and practical solutions that they can learn and take control of, and then get themselves out of this situation and create, ideally, redesign their life and redesign a better future. Something where they've got more hope, something where they can develop real skills, where they don't feel so overwhelmed. And then at the same time, there's real generational change where they can start passing some of those skills back down to their children, so we don't have a situation where the pattern is continually repeated. And that's really the main reason the Xylem Zone's in place, to support families and communities and help them through this period of time. There's no doubt the change is going to continue, but the reality is if you've got better skills, you have more solutions, you have more options, and hence you have an easier flow. When stuff pops up that you're not expecting, you know how to deal with it. And that's obviously going to make life a lot better for a lot more people.